Keys. I'm in the foreign vibing, slide, feeling like Fabio Big Drip. It's murder, feeling like Bobby Doe.
Let's chat with Fatality MMA. Alright, let's talk about Mortal Kombat for the Switch. Now, nobody has really talked about it. The only interview or any type of notion of the game is when someone asks Ed Boon, what about the Switch version? And he said, we'll show you. That was like 2 months ago, man. We ain't seen nothing yet. So let's talk about this. So I've scoured the internet. I went on Reddit, Twitter, a couple of forums. I even went to the Discord, their personal website. I've been trying to find more information about the Switch version, but I haven't found anything yet. So I'm just going by what I know, what they put out there, and what a few other people said in the many different forums that I read. There's a few things I want to go over. Developers, new technology, the relationship between Ed Boon, NetherRealm, and Nintendo, and a few bad things. But the first thing I want to talk about is the developers. Now, the main developer behind MK1 on the Switch is Shiver Entertainment. Now, they made MK11 on the Switch. They made that one. And I mean, when it all comes down to it, that was a pretty decent game. It wasn't the greatest, especially when it came to graphics, but we'll get into that later. But still, they made it. It was a decent running game. I enjoyed playing it, especially on the go. So it was a win for me. Definitely a win for me. But they also have help with Saber Interactive. Now, Saber Interactive made games like The Witcher 3 on the Switch, the Crisis Trilogy on the Switch, and also World War Z. I'm a fan of Crisis. I played the original trilogy. I played the second one and the third one. Never played the first one. Don't know why. Should go back and play it. Maybe another day. But The Witcher 3 on the Switch, I've heard nothing but good things about that. People are constantly talking about that. So I'm assuming that was really good too. I haven't played it. Excuse me. Now, with these two teams working on this, I have full faith in them, man. I don't see how anything bad can happen with this. One developer has already worked on a game previous before, so they're familiar with the console and the hardware. Then the other company's familiar with the hardware too. They just worked on different games, so they can help them make it a little bit more beautiful, I guess. The second major thing I want to talk about is the upgraded technology. Now, I may get this wrong, but I think it's AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution, or FSX, which is basically just upscaling for people that don't know. I had to do a little research myself because I'm still kind of new to the technology. But anyways, it's basically just takes your, that's the simple way to say it. It's upscale technology. It takes your image and it makes it look better. And they can do it with old technology. And I think they have like 3 different formats of it. Well, 3 different versions, with the latest version being able to have a more wide array of older technology. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the relationship between Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon, NetherRealm Studios, and Nintendo. Now, they don't had a great relationship for a while now. I want to say since 92 when they first put the game out on Super Nintendo. They had a few games on Super Nintendo, 1, 2, and 3. Now, they will maintain this relationship up until Midway Games became NetherRealm Studio and they did the reboot for the MK 2011 edition, or MK9. So, I don't know, I guess things got rocky there. Whatever. Next thing I want to talk about is MK1 actually being made for the Switch this time. It's not being ported like MK11 was, because MK11 was a current gen console for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, and they just needed somebody to port it over to the Switch, so that's why they got Shiver Entertainment. But this time, Shiver Entertainment has 4 years of development, maybe more, to develop a game for the Switch with help from Cyber Entertainment. With that new AMD FSR upscaling technology, things are only looking better, man. I'm telling you, it's only looking better. One more thing I want to talk about the technology and one of the benefits of, time. This time, they're actually using the Unreal Engine 4, which the Nintendo Switch was actually catered to or made for, or whatever, however you want to say that. I didn't know this. But MK11 was actually made on Unreal Engine 3, so that's old technology on old hardware. So now we're a little bit more updated. I say all that just to say that the quality of the image, especially the hair and all the extra stuff, it won't be so bad. It won't be as pixelated. It'll be more upscales for the hardware, I guess you could say. Now, let me run through the quick bad things before I wrap this up, because there's 2 more things I want to talk about after this. Well, one more thing. The bad things about MK11 on the Switch was, man, graphics got a hit. If you go to the crib, it was terrible. It looked bad. There was no background. It was just gray, and sometimes it'll crash and send you to the main menu. I didn't like that. I was really upset about that. Another bad thing was like the hair. I said that earlier. The hair looked disgusting. It looked like real pixelated and gray. It was kind of annoying. Then it'll crash sometimes too. Like if you do a fatality or brutality or something like that, or a fatal blow, it'll possibly crash on you. So I kind of stopped doing those, especially when I play on the Switch. And the intro sometimes it'll slow down. But I mean, if you have a good internet connection, you can still get some online matches. So I can't really complain about that. And like I said earlier, the game still runs smooth. But it's enough about that. The last thing I want to talk about before I end this video is the rumors of the Switch 2. Now, these rumors been going around for a long time, and we all know about them. But the thing about it is, we're getting to that point where Nintendo itself seems like it is kind of getting ready to put out a new system. And if that is true, think about it. Most of these developers already had a Switch 2 kit. So NetherRealm already had one of these Switch kits, I guess you can say. And if they have, they've been developing this for a while. And they probably gave it to Shiver Entertainment, like, here's a new console, make it for this, but I also need it to work for the Switch also. So I don't know. This is just speculation. I think the game's going to run well. I like the fact that the Switch 2 is somewhat around the corner, and if that is true, the game's going to look even better. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to look just as good as the PS5 and the Xbox or the PC, but if rumors are true and we are getting a Switch 2, Mortal Kombat is going to look amazing on it, especially handheld. That's it, though. I appreciate y'all staying to listen. I'm out. Appreciate you.